All right. Good morning, everyone. Live here. Make sure for class today. Stephanie here, by the way, Stephanie Comella. You guys will need 2 objects to hold in each hand. For those of you guys were on the recording and you had not heard that. So 2 objects work. Tennis balls work great. If you don't have balls, you can just use soup cans, something. 2 objects that are of the same quality and size and weight for you to work with today. All right. So whenever I work with anyone with some sort of neurological, something interesting going on in their neurological system, I like to start with a check-in, a movement check-in, and then we do the movement interventions. And then we do the check-in again to see if those interventions worked and if they worked at all to help improve your movement or quality of movement. So I want you to think about something for a second. Think for yourself for a moment on a movement that you are interested in improving. So that could be your gait, that could be your squat, that could be getting up and down from the floor, that could be your handwriting, that could be reaching for something on the shelf. So think about that movement. And then I want you to do that movement for we're going to do it for a minute or so. So pick that movement and do that movement. And as you're doing it, I want you to just take note of what that movement feels like for you. Is it easy? Is it hard? Do you find yourself holding your breath when you do it? What is the quality of that movement? What is the quality of that movement? Is it, do you feel strong in it? Do you feel fluid in it? Do you feel the opposite of that? There you go. Yeah. Just checking in with yourself. Yeah. What is important to you and what are you interested in improving? Making sure that it's something that you have some sort of vested value in. Excellent. Nice. And I see some of you guys doing functional movements, some of you guys doing handwriting. Excellent. Great. So just take note of what that felt like, because we're going to do that at the end of class to make sure to see how the movement interventions that we did in today's Pilates and neuro class helped improve that movement. Okay. All right. So first we're going to do a little foot release. We're going to start at the feet. We're going to be starting class now, priming the 3 sensory areas of our body, our feet, our hands, and our eyes. And these sensory rich areas collect the information from our environment to inform our body what to do. So it's important to get your feet, your hands, and your eyes on board before you're doing your movement sessions. So we're going to take your ball or your can, and I'm going to tip my camera down so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to show you with the can because it's less obvious with the can. The ball, if you have the ball, it's the same exact thing. So we're just going to pick one foot and use your chair or a wall or a piece of furniture if you have balance challenges. And we're just going to place the can underneath your foot and roll it. Do what you need to do, as I said, for safety. If you need a balance support, use the wall or the chair. Good. So you're just going to roll the ball. Now, if this is new to you, think about, wow, that's kind of interesting. This is what it looks like with the ball. Now, if you have a ball, you can get a little bit more creative with it. You can also go this way. And the idea with this is that we just get some blood flow and movement in our feet and awareness, stimulation into our feet. Now, whichever object you have, either the ball or the can, doesn't really matter. Get to a point where you have the object underneath the ball of your foot, and then see if you can grab the ball with your toes, and then let the toes flare. Grab the ball with your toes, and then let your toes flare. So just going in and out, just seeing what happens. Just do your best. Good, last one. Nice, good, good. And then we're going to take that foot and we're going to stomp it on the ground. Now I have downstairs neighbors, so I'm not going to stomp very loud, but I want you to stomp really, really loud. Really, really loud. Yep. Get that vibration all the way up through your foot, all the way to your hip, all the way to your brain. Get that vibration going. Good. Maybe you turn it in and out. Good. 4 more seconds. 3 more seconds. 2. Last one. Very nice and quiet. Now take a moment to pause and see and see and feel the difference between the side that you just did and the side that you have not done. The side that you have just done maybe looks a little puffier. It's got more blood going in it. Maybe it's brighter red. Maybe it just looks more lively. Maybe there's some tingling going on it. Maybe you feel like the foot is actually bigger than the other foot. Okay. And I think if we had any one of those sort of results, then it's worth doing the other side. Let's go ahead and do the other side. We're going to roll the foot. Did you know you have 26 bones in each foot? It's a lot. Get all those bones to move about each other. Yep. So again, you can use either the can if you have a ball. The ball is really nice because you can kind of get a little bit more wild with it. You can go across the fibers like a guitar, strumming the bottom of your foot. You can even go on your heel. There's no real right way to do it. Okay. And then whether or not you have the can or the ball, you're going to try to grip the ball with your toes and then flare. Grip and flare. Grip and flare. Nice. Good work. We'll do about 2 or 3 more. So we release the foot and then we activate the foot. Yep. And last one. And then we go for that stomp, make some noise, get obnoxious, wake someone up from their nap. Or don't wake them up from their nap. Maybe we don't want that. Good. Big vibrations. Stomp, stomp, stomp. That's it, Carrie. Nice. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Maybe in and out. Getting some different angles. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right. Now, if you took a little survey again of the foot that you just did versus the first foot you did, you may find that that foot that you just did now looks more lively than the original one. Yeah. All right. We're going to do some activation of your feet now. And actually, you know, I'm going to keep the camera tipped down because although my face is lovely, I think it's more important that you see my feet. All right. So you're going to use the chair or not. I find using the chair is kind of nice because I can really just focus on the feet and not have to worry about so much about balance right now. But we're going to go ahead and pull up onto the toes and then see if you can roll down your foot really slow. Once you come onto the heel, see if you can lift the toes up and maybe even twinkle your toes. So we're going to roll up onto the balls of the feet and then roll down, rock in and twinkle. Now, the more you can do this without leaning into or leaning back from your chair, the better. Good. Twinkle the toes. We're going to do 2 more. And last one. Good. Now, I'm just going to turn to the side. Can you go to the outside edges of your feet and let your big toe wiggle? Then can you go to the insides of your feet and let your pinky toes wiggle? Ooh, that one's hard. Outside and big toe wiggle. Inside and pinky toe wiggle. Good. So we're just getting aware now of all the different ways that we can distribute weight through your feet on the forefoot, on the heel, on the inside, and on the outside. Okay. Last one. Good, good. Awesome. So now here, we're just going to get a little bit of bounce in your knees. And maybe I'm just going to turn a little bit. Maybe you start lifting your heels up. Maybe you actually start to jump and let the arms be heavy if you can let go of the chair. So again, options are just a bounce in the body this way or an actual jump. Good. Let the fluid flow in your body. I love it. Carrie's waving her arms around, getting all loosey-goosey. 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice job. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. From here, go ahead and just walk around your room real quick and see how your feet feel. Maybe in compared to when we started, maybe gait or walking around was your check-in movement from the beginning. Just see how that's changed from that activation. And that was what, like 5 minutes? Nice. Good, good. Go ahead and bring it on down to your knees in some way. Now, if you are not able to kneel on your knees for whatever reason, if you're not able to kneel on your knees, you can sit down on your hips. No big deal. I just like the kneeling component because we can get a hip stretch at the same time. Okay, we can get a hip stretch at the same time. So the hips are forward here. Now we're going to take our hands and do a little bit of hand stretching. So right here, go ahead and just start playing piano with your hands. Yep, playing piano, playing piano. Good, good, good. And then shake out your hands like you're trying to dry them. Good, good. And then we're going to interlace your fingers and roll through. Now I'm going to come out of my kneeling position so I can be closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. But we're going to do these wrist rolls. So try to keep your elbows close and just roll in your wrist. Yeah. Good. And then take your fists and make their own wrist rolls and reverse the direction. This is all nice and good for your wrists for when we go to quadruped movement. If you have trouble in the wrists, bearing weight in your wrists, giving yourself some wrist prep is nice. This one I love. We're going to make peace sign with both fingers. Take the webbing, so the inside of the finger, and we're going to interlace the fingers and then make them kind of massage inside one another. And then Star Trek, Spock, middle. So here, yeah, and then in. So just working through each webbing of the hand. Pinkies. Getting the pinky side, yeah. You know what's really weird is when you do this to someone else. Your partner, you can go to your partner and do this with your partner. It's very strange. Webbing of your thumbs. Good. Nice job. And then make your hands as big as possible, but make your face also as big as possible. Good. And then go ahead and shake it out. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Yes. Good. So we stretched our hands. Now we're going to activate them. Go ahead and bring them down to the mat. And by mat, I mean whatever surface you're on. All right. So try to make your hands as big as possible. Like if you wanted to make a Thanksgiving turkey shape outline with your hand, really big. And we're going to go ahead and find ourselves in this quadruped or hands and knees position. So right here, we have weight bearing through our hands. It should feel pretty good right now. We're going to take our eyes to the left hand and then take your eyes to the right hand. And just this little motion of moving your head and your eyes back and forth. Okay. We're making a relationship. Okay. That's my left hand, left side of my body. That's my right side of the body, so on and so forth. So we're going to go right, left, right, left. Now we're going to start to get into this way of wanting to shift a little bit. So shift into the left hand. When you look at it, shift into the right hand. So then eyes start to initiate this weight shifting component. So we're looking where we want to go, and then our body goes there. Looking where you want to go, and then the body goes there. That's the whole idea with getting your eyes on board. When your eyes are on board with your body is just going to go where the eyes go. So if your body's feeling frozen, you just move your eyes there. That's going to nudge you in the right direction. 2 more. Last one. Nice work. Go ahead and sit back either on your heels or on your bum, whatever's more comfortable. Now we're going to grab both of those objects that I told you to grab at the beginning of class. So either your cans or your balls here. We're going to hold the balls out in front or your objects out in front. And we're going to now keep your eyes fully straight ahead. I'm sorry, keep your face fully straight ahead, but you're going to bring your eyes to the left hand, left ball, and the right ball. Left ball and the right ball. Now, the better you get at this, the more you can separate your hands, and it becomes quite a stretch for those eyeballs, assuming you're not moving your head at all to get there. Okay, so no movement of your head, just your eyeballs, right and left, right and left, right and left, right and left. Now, the idea too is to go as fast as you can. So once you get that ball in focus, go quicker. Woo, I started to move my head. Check in with yourself. No moving the head. 3, 2, 1. Woo, shake it out. Let those balls go for a second here. We're going to lay on our side. Lay on your side. So assuming eye movements tell our body where to go, and we just did right and left, so that'd be like right side versus your left side. We're going to lay on your side and do a little side body work. So go ahead and stretch the arm up overhead. We're going to take that top leg and stretch it all the way out on the mat as well. So big reach from fingertips to toes. Now you should be very aware of your fingers and very aware of your toes because we stimulated those. So everything in between those 2 points is active. Very cool. We're going to bring the hand to your knee and give it a touch. Good. Reaching up and lengthen. Big stretch, open up the ribs and touch. Good. Stretch and lengthen and touch. Good. Make sure you actually make that contact, hand to knee. Get that contact going. Out and pull. Beautiful. 4 more. 3, 2, big stretch. Last one. Excellent. Nice job. From here, go ahead and bring that leg in front of you and send the bottom leg out. We're going to take your top arm and slide it down on the mat. So you're almost laying down on your stomach. Good. Eyes are going to stay on your hand. Eyes are going to stay on your hand. We're going to lift the arm up towards the ceiling, rotate onto your back, still keeping track of your hand there. If your hand goes out of your eye visual field, it's gone a little bit too far. Okay. And we're going to bring ourselves back to that forward roll. Reaching forward, go so far forward that your chest comes down to the mat. And then we're going to follow that hand with your eyes again, pull on back, rotate behind you. Very nice. And rotate forward. Just 2 more. Now, if the eye thing kind of starts to get a little too overwhelming for you, or you start to get dizzy, just omit the eyes and just do the movement. That's all good too. Beautiful. And then bring it on in. Nice job. From here, bend your knees in. We're going to push through your bottom arm to wave your body to a seated position. Wave your body up. Head is sort of the last thing that comes up. Very nice. So we're in this position here where you sort of have this like side sit thing. Some of you may be really good at this. Some of you, it's like, whoa, this is new. This is a challenge. Either way, you can use your arms as you need. We're going to take your hand on your shin and see if you can pull yourself into that side bend. Oh, you guys are so good. We're going to take both hands to the mat in a little bit of a twist. We have strong hands now, right? We're going to go for that push-up. Drop down, up, arm circles up and around, come into your side stretch. Excellent. Here we go. Cartwheel down, nice and lifted, push up down to the ground and all the way up. Nice work. Couple more. Push up, up. Now, I may be going at a faster or slower pace than you. No big deal. Just work with you. You got this is the general motion and we're going through it together as a team. All right, here we go. 2 more-ish. Big expansive movement. Last one. Lovely. Beautiful. Perfect. Here. Now we're going to place the hands behind your back. Slide the feet around to the other side. Same idea here. Hand on your shin. Do what you can. Up and over. Big stretch. Open up through that whole side body. Cartwheel over. We're going to grab a hold of that push up on this side. Push up and side stretch. Inhale. Good. Nice job. Good. If you had paint brushes in your hand and you wanted to paint the ceiling, how high would you have to reach? Up, up, up. Yep. Up, up, up. That's it. Nice. And I see some of you guys looking to the ceiling. See if you got that little stripe up there. I like it. Bring the eyes into it. Nice. 2 more. And last one. You got it. We're going to take that last one and slide it all the way down. I did not forget the movement on this side of the body. We're going to fold your bottom knee in and your top leg super out. Reaching through fingertips to toes. You should be aware of those fingertips and toes right now because we did that warm up. And we're going to go hand to knee touch. Make that true contact. Actually grab onto your knee and be like, hey, yeah, I got you. And out. Good. And pull. and out. Good. And pull. Nice. Perfect. We're going to go for 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Excellent. Reverse, or sorry, switch the feet. So you have your front knee down and your bottom leg straight. This top arm is going to stretch as far forward as you can. See if you can get the logo on your shirt to be flat on the ground. Eyes on the hands, if you got it. So we're going to go up and over. Hand comes, chest comes up towards the ceiling. Eyes still follow the hand all the way through. And you can use that same imagery. You got a paintbrush in your hand. You're going to try to paint the ceiling. So there's a little lift in the system as you come up and over. Yeah, lift in the system to press away and then pull back. Very nice. We're going to do that one more time. Lift in the system and pull through. Nice job. From here, go ahead and lay all the way on your stomach. We're just going to ooze onto your stomach. Nice. All right, so right here, if we were to look down at the ground, so you're gonna have your arms out in front of you, wherever feels comfortable. It can be on your side or out in front of you, anything that feels good for you. So if you're looking down at the mat, we're gonna start to trace your eyes up and your head up to look in front of you. And when the eyes and head start to look maybe, just beyond your mat or just where you are, press down through your arms a little bit to lift your chest up. Good, you're like a baby that's in tummy time. Right? And then go ahead and lower back down. So we're going to take your eyes up. Baby likes to look at that toy in front of you or grandma and grandpa, and then it gets really interested and presses up on the mat a little bit. Yeah, good. And bring it back down. We're going to do a couple more. Eyes and chin come up, looking at something in front of you with desire, push down through the ground, lift your chest, and then return. We'll do that one more time. Lifting up. Up, up, up. Good. And hold. Nice job. Can you hold this position? Eyes are forward. You're going to kick one heel towards your bum. So bend your knee, kick one heel towards your bum, kick the leg back out. In Pilates, is called single leg kick. So we're going to kick the heel to the bum and press out. But the idea here is that you keep your chest lifted. You're still looking at that object. You're excited about it. You're energized through your spine. You're kicking. Good. Kick. Perfect. Kick. Kick. We're gonna do 4 more. And 3, hold that spine and that extension. 2 and 1. Nice job. Hands come down by your side if they're not already. Press yourself back into a child's pose. And just kind of rock yourself right and left. So in your child's pose, kind of rock for right and left. Nice work. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself back up into that high kneel position again. And we're going to grab onto the 2 balls. And you can sit in a tall kneel, low kneel, or seated position. This is, again, a little eye drill. So it doesn't really matter where we are. I just want your torso upright. So we're going to hold the objects out in front of you. And you're going to laser lock your eyes on one of the objects. Okay, so actually, you know what? I take that back. You only need one. Throw one of those away. You only need one. That's confusing. All right, so maybe there's something on your object, like a little deviation or a logo, or if you have a can, it's maybe, yeah, like the name of something, and you're going to keep your eyes laser locked on that. And then take your eyes on something beyond that object in the distance. So maybe it's me. Hi. And then take your eyes back to that logo. And then that object in the distance, and then the logo. Object in the distance, and then the logo. Object in the distance, and then the logo. So we're training our eyes to be able to move from far distance to near distance with ease. So this is good for driving, obviously. Maybe some other things where you have to look up from your computer quickly. We're going to go for 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Shake out that arm because that arm maybe got tired. We're going to use the other arm now. This time, take your object a little bit closer to you. So now it's really close to you and you really almost have to go like cross-legged, cross-eyed to see that ball or whatever object you pick. I'm going to pick the little logo here. So it's a little closer to my face. You can see how close it is. The kids these days looking at their iPhones. No, I'm just kidding. Not me. We're going to look at the logo and then look at that object beyond. And if you want to pick a different object that's even further, like if you have depth in your space, so the ball's close to you and then the object that's far away, and then the close to you object, and then the far, far away object. Yeah. And Sally, I see you doing pencil push-ups, which is great too. Reaching out. Good. With those eyes. How quickly can you move from far distance to near distance without it getting too disorienting or too blurry? Can you quickly converge on that object? Good. 2 more. Last one. Very nice. Shake it out. Send the ball off to the side. From here, we're going to sit back on the heels if you're not already there. Hands on your hips. Squeeze the knees together and down as you press your hips forward into extension. Good. And we're going to sit back on the heels. Don't rest your weight down there. Just tap and go. Tap and go. Tap and go. Nice. We're going to go for 4 more. Your quads are going to get a little burn. 3, 2. Last one. Hold up at the top. Can you tuck your toes underneath? Without too much pain? Same thing. Tap and go. Tap and go. If this doesn't feel so good on your toes, go back to the toes flat. Nice job. See how low can you get your butt bones to the heels? 3 more. 2. Last one. Hold at the top. I know my face is off of the frame, but all you can see is my body, which is the main point. We're going to untuck your toes and go ahead and stomp your feet on the ground a little bit. Stomp your feet on the ground. You can see how I'm bending my knees and stomping the top of my feet on the ground. Prime those hamstrings. Good. Arms out in front of you still. Relax the shoulders. We're going to lean back. I call this the matrix move. In Pilates, it's called thigh stretch. Push down through your shins. Bring yourself vertical. Very nice. Lean back. Zip up those abs. Press forward. Now, key for this one is to squeeze the knees together a little bit and drive the knees down into the mat. Oh my gosh, this is so awfully delicious. Lean back. Keep your hips forward. Oh, last one. Lean back and forward. Excellent job. Bring it on down. We're going to bring it onto hands and knees. This one's simple. Forward, backwards rocking. Forwards, backwards rocking. Those of you that have come to my class before know I love rocking. I love rocking so much. It's really soothing. I also like it to stretch the wrists and get some weight bearing in your hands. Now, if you're feeling fancy today, we're going to bring the left foot forward and come into a little stretch. See if you can slide that foot back and reset. Good. Left foot forward. That's it. Nice. And bring it back. Good. So some of you are going to go faster and some of you are going to go slower than me, but that's the right idea. We're just going to alternate right and left. Again, if you want to go faster or slower than me, all good. Working on that transition between quadruped to kneeling, half kneeling. Awesome. We're going to do 2 more. Nice. Last one. Perfect. Bring it back. Going back to another neurological drill. Grab one of your balls. You can either sit on your heels, high kneeling, or on your bum. Whichever suits your fancy. All right, we're going to hold the ball in front of us again. I'm going to get closer for this one. Hold the ball in front of you, and you're going to laser lock your eyes on the ball. The head this time is going to move from left to right. I'm doing it very fast as a demo, while still keeping your eyes on the ball. Always looking at the ball. Your eyes may want to deviate with your head. And so the idea is that you keep your eyes on the ball. Now, I know that some of you may think you're going really far in your head rotation. So I want you to go really slow. Eyes on the ball. Go as far as you can to one side and hold it there for 2 or 3 seconds. See if you can go a little further and then bring it back to the center, and you can blink a little bit if you need to. All the way over to the other side. Hold it there for 2 or 3 seconds. See if you can go a little further and then bring it back to the center. Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of time just to work through that. If you start to get dizzy or you're like, oh, I don't like that, that's what your nervous system will say. Just stop and blink. Okay. Couple more. I'm watching you guys on screen. I'm not doing it exactly. Don't look at me for an example anymore. Good. Remember, try to go as far as you can. Hold 2 or 3 seconds. See if you can go a little further and then bring it back. So the idea with this one is to get your eyeballs to move as far into the corners of your eye sockets as possible. Good. One more time. Excellent. And then release. Drop the ball. Ooh, don't drop the ball, but actually drop the ball. We're going to come into hands and knees again. Shifting, rocking forward and back. Shifting, rocking forward and back. Take your left foot forward when you're ready. Good. From here, take your left hand on your knee and press yourself up into your half kneel position. Good. Can you bring your hands behind your head? Can you rock forward and back in this position now? Weight shifting, forward, back, weight shifting. We did all of those movements in our feet, so you should be able to feel, oh, do I shift into the ball of the foot? Do I shift into the outside of the foot? Just noticing how you land. 2 more. And last one. Good. Bring your hands down. There's a big stretch that might happen. Slide the foot back. Other foot forward. Right hand on your knee. Press yourself up into that high kneel. Shifting forward and back here. You can either have your hands on your hips, your shoulders, or if you have the shoulder range of motion on the back of your head. Very nice. Or on the top of your head even. If it's on the top of your head, you can press your head into your hands to get taller. 2 more. And last one. Nice job. Hands come down. Slide the foot back around. Good. Right foot's going to come back through again. This one's tricky. Are you guys ready for a trick? Right hand comes on the knee. Your left foot is going to come forward. Ugh. Do what you can. Do what you can. Do what you can. Good. Nice job. Bring that leg around. Look at that. And now we're in our long sit, ready for proper Pilates, huh? Arms out in front of you. Make sure you don't have anything behind you that you could run into. Slowly lower yourself down onto the ground. Big body yawn stretch. Point your toes, reach your fingertips. You know where your fingertips are. You know where your toes are because we did that in the warm-up. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Snow angel or circle your arms around. Place the hands in the small of your back. So underneath the curve of your low spine. We're going to take our eyeballs to our cheekbones and then take your chin to your chest. Give yourself a double chin. Draw your head up off the mat and look towards your toes. Continue peeling yourself up off the floor by pressing your back into your hands and drawing yourself up, sitting up nice and tall. Okay. So I call that the assisted roll up. So if you ever do roll ups in Pilates class, you need that little assist, no shame. Go ahead and roll down really slow, keeping your eyes on your toes, on your toes, on your toes, on your toes. Your eyeballs are the last thing that comes up to the ceiling. Circle the arms around, hands in the small of your back. We always start the roll up with eyeballs to the cheekbones. Chin draws in, give yourself a double chin, look at your toes. And then peel up. As you roll up, your eyes continue to look at your thighs. Last thing that comes up and stacks up is your head and then your eyeballs. Couple more times. We're not going to go quite as slow, but I like to have that distinction of your eyes initiating the movement. Roll on down. Circle the arms around. Hands in the small of the back. If you need the assist, if you don't need the assist, the arms come forward. I'm going to show the assist. Eyes first, then chin. Look at your toes. Peel up by pressing your low back into your hands or the mat. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Roll on down. Excellent. Circle the arms around. In the low back, eyes up, chin draws in, heel on up. Sitting up nice and tall. Nice job. We're going to separate the feet just a little bit. Good. And actually, let's have our hands come behind the back too, because long sitting can be kind of challenging. Go ahead and point your feet and then flex your feet. Point. I know one of my feet's not. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Faster, 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 slow, slow. Yep. Last one, finish with your feet upright. Good. We're going to bend our knees just a little bit, which you may notice changes the position of your pelvis. And then go ahead and bring yourself upright. Now, if you have tight hamstrings like me, you will be able to get more on top of your sit bones if you bend your knees. Okay. So don't try to be here and also here. Be here and here. Okay. Much better. Bring your hands into your temples. So right by the side of your face. And we're going to rotate to the left and hold. Now, in this position, I want you to think about also pulling your left hip back behind you. So your left foot gets shorter. Good. Center yourself back up and push that foot back forward. We're going to rotate to the right and pull that right hip back. Maybe give you a little extra inch in that rotation, and then push the hip forward and bring your body forward. Rotate back and pull the leg. I want to note this is not Pilates. And push the foot forward. Some Pilates teachers want you to keep your feet steady. I want you to move them. Rotate and reach. So one foot's going long, one foot's going in. Center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Good. Center. Last one. And push. Now, go ahead and shake out the legs. That can be hard on the hip flexors. I know. We're going to come back to that position here. Go ahead and take your right hand to your right foot, or towards the right foot, I could say. Towards. And then the right foot to the right. Right hand to the right foot. And then your left hand's going to come out to the side here. And I want you also to take your right hand to your left hand, which is then going to start to slide you down onto your back. You're just going to let gravity win there. Open yourself out into a big X. This time we take the left hand to your right hand. You're going to need to push off something to get your left hand to your right toes. Push off something to get your left hand to your right toes. Get there. Yep. Whatever you need to do to get there. Left hand to left toes. Is this like Simon Says or Twister or something like that? Yeah. And then your hand's going to come out to the side and release. Reverse it. So we're going to go left hand to left toes, left hand to left toes, left hand to left toes, left hand to right toes, left hand to right hand. And then you sort of slide yourself down onto your back and unfurl that arm open into an X. Also, I have a dog that might be coming into frame right now. Sorry if she blocks the camera. Right hand up towards the ceiling, over to the left hand. Prop yourself up somehow to get your right hand to the left toes. If you can actually reach your toes, play with your toes. Why not? Use it as a chance to kind of loosen up your feet. Hand goes to the same side foot. And then we come all the way down. Okay. So if we fast motioned that, it would look something like this. We would go across the body, pull to the opposite foot, same side foot, and then roll all the way down. Other side, we cross the body to the opposite hand. We cross up into the opposite foot, same side foot, and then roll down. Good. Go ahead and work through that and have some fun with it. Ugh. And this idea again that our hands and feet and eyes are the most sensory. We get so much information from these places in our body that if we're not aware of them or using them, then we're missing 80% of our understanding of how we move. You know, 80% was just an arbitrary number, but you get the idea. So getting your feet and your eyes and your hands involved is going to activate your core and everything in between. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Just have fun. No patterns now. Just rotate and reach and play with your toes. Twinkle your hands. Last one. Good, good. And bring it all the way down. Nice work. Let's slide your feet together and bend your knees in. Can't have a Pilates class without bridging. Let's bring your hands down by your side. Now, before we lift up in your bridge, feel the mat that's underneath your feet. Maybe do like a little like petting of the mat or the floor. Is it sticky? Is it soft? Is it plush? Or maybe you're on hardwood for some reason. And getting that sensory awareness of your feet on the ground is really important to inform your hips what to do in your bridge. All right. Now, particularly, I want you to think about how your big toe attaches to the ground when you press your hips up. So go ahead and press your hips up now in your bridge. While you're holding your bridge, do that same sort of petting with your feet on the ground and say, okay, I want my weight. Or Steph wants a lot of my weight to be through my big toe. I want active big toe. And then go ahead and bring your hips back down. So let's do a couple repetitions of your bridge, focusing on putting weight through your big toe as you press up, and then keeping the weight through the big toe as you lower down. Yep. So maybe you've done bridges a million times. You're like, blah, 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 Steph, I know what I'm doing in bridge. Well, there's always layers that you can add in, or differences, minor differences that make the experience a new experience for you. We're always looking for slight changes and variation in your movement so that our brain continues to pay attention and learn. We're going to do 3 more. Good. And 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. And release. Now go ahead and bring your arms up on the mat. So you're going to make a snow angel with those arms and bring them up as high as you can past your ears. So on the floor still, And some of you may have, trouble getting your arms all the way down. That's okay. Just reach as far as you can in that direction. And then go ahead and bring your hips up towards the ceiling. Now you may have less of an issue getting those arms all the way down to the ground, which is kind of cool. See if you can keep your arms on the ground as you articulate the spine down. So ribs stay heavy and roll through. Ribs stay heavy, but then roll through the bridge. Once you get your hips down to the ground, your arms may have popped up again, and that's okay. Again, we're just working for that stretch. We're going to press the hips up. Reach your fingertips as long as you can away from your heels, and then articulate your spine down towards your heels. So your spine and fingertips are going in opposite directions from one another. Nice and slow. Slinky, slinky. Good. Go ahead and press up the hips again. We're going to do that 2 more times. Roll the spine nice and slow. Try to get 3 segments of your spine to come down, or 5 different segments, or maybe 20 different segments, depending on where you're at with your movement today. And last one, we'll press up, roll all the way down, and release. Excellent job. From here, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees in towards your chest. Rock yourself a little bit, and like a ball, until you feel like you can get your feet flat on the ground. Maybe you balance yourself a little bit there, and then you go, oh, I want to do that again because that was fun. And then I'm going to roll back up. Yep. Can you get your legs to go over your forehead? Can you balance there? And then roll back up. See if you can balance on the back end of that. Takes a lot of core control, lifting your hip up, whee, and then back down. We're going to do that one more time. Lift the hips up, whee, and then bring it back down. Crisscross applesauce your legs. And right here, we're going to see if we can roll over the shins into hands and knees. See if you can do that. Uncross and then recross. Recross on the opposite side. And then rock yourself over your shins and come on back. It might be a little painful at first. You can do it. Try again, come forward. Uncross, recross, shift back. Nice. Maybe one side's more natural than the other. Awesome, Ron. Nice work. Reach forward, uncross, recross, and take a seat. Good. This is your party trick, you guys. You're going to do this next time you're playing with the kids on the floor. Uncross, recross, and back. Good. Last one. Uncross, recross, and back. All right, we're going to stay backwards, feet underneath you. Is this the most wild Pilates class you've ever taken? Hands behind you. Open up the shoulders. Feet are on the ground. Go ahead and tap the ground. Oh, there's ground underneath there that my feet are going to connect into. There's ground underneath there my feet are going to connect to. I'm going to also pet the ground with my big toe. Get that big toe especially engaged. Yeah. From here, press your hips up off the ground. We're in a little tabletop bridge. Oh, you guys are so good. Tap the tail down, press back up. Tap the tail down, press back up. Working here again, just like you did on your regular bridge. See if you can be more on the big toe part of your foot. Good. Nice. We'll do 4 more. 3 more. Yep. 2 more. And last one. Hips go down, legs go out. Lower yourself down to the mat. Right here, let's take your left knee and bend it. So your foot's flat on the ground. And your right hand on your temple or behind your head. We're going to just do a little diagonal crunch, a diagonal crunch. Dare I say crunch in Pilates, right? So we're going to curl your right armpit to your left inner thigh, and we're going to curl up on this little diagonal crunch. Left armpit to right inner thigh. I'm sorry, right armpit to left inner thigh. And then roll back down nice and slow. Good. Make sure that you're not craning on your neck here. We're lifting from your abdominals. Good. And then return back down. Remember, eyes dictate where the movement goes. So look where you want to go. And then bring it back down. Good. Look where you want to go. And then curl up. We're going to do 6 more. A little bit of ab work here. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Yep. Last one. Excellent. Switch your feet. Right foot bend. Left hand behind your head to cradle. Hopefully we've got our right lefts figured out here. I'm usually not so great at that. As long as you're doing the other side, curl up and diagonal and then back. Remember, we talked about your eyes taking you where you want your body to go. And you can even try the contrary. So try that motion, but look towards your left shoulder. You're like, my body kind of like gets stuck. It's like you don't get up quite as far, right? When you're looking the wrong direction. Yeah, use the opposite as an experiment in that way. 3 more, just in case you don't trust me. 2 more. And last one. Nice job. We're going to roll ourselves up to a seated position again. However you need to get there. You can use the assist, rock and roll. I love it, Todd. Nice job. Bring your hands behind you, feet underneath you. Now, we're going to take your right hand to left foot. Cheerleader. Let's see it. Let me see the cheerleader. There we go. Bring it down. Other side. Some sort of connection. It can be your knee too. It can be your knee. And then return. Take some core strength, right? To be able to support yourself there. Awesome. Beautiful. Now, if you want to level up, hover the hips. Same thing. Right hand to left foot. Ah! You guys are now break dancers. Here we go. Opposite side. Remember, that's the level up version. So if you want to just do the hip down version, there's that one too. Just doing some sort of opposite hand to knee touch. Opposite hand to knee touch. Yeah, you're strengthening those hip flexors, strengthen your core. 3 more, whatever version. 2. Nice. Last one. Perfect. And release those legs out, sitting up nice and tall. All right, we're gonna run in place, quote unquote, run in place. Get that rotation. Rotate the shoulders, rotate the shoulders, rotate the shoulders, rotate the shoulders. Good. Get the logo of your shirt to look left and right. There you go, Sally. None. Good. Now, can we take this into a walk forward in our hip bones? We're actually going to create some movement there. Nice. And once you run out of space, we're going to go backwards. How would that look like? Yep. You can bend your knees if you need to. Good. What would happen if you started to turn around? If you run out of space, figure it out. Turn your body around in a circle. Once you get to your starting point, don't kick any dogs on the way. I see a puppy in the frame there. Switch directions. What's going on with the nervous system? I don't know. Good. And cross the legs over and come into hands and knees. Rock forward and back. We're almost done. Rock forward and back. Soothing. Yeah. Nice. Now hold yourself in your normal hands and knees. Let's do some cat-cow here. So we're going to tuck the tail first. And then let the rest of the spine wave into your flexion. Your eyes will come underneath towards your pubic bone. Let your tail go up into extension first, and then let that wave through the system to come into your lifted spine and extension. Okay, so in the past, I've said your eyes dictate your movement. You always look to your eyes. This time, we're going to say your eyes are your sit bones. They're just on the other side of your spine. Okay, so instead of your eyes being on this end of your spine, your eyes are now on this side of your spine. So we're going to take your new eyes underneath and let that start the movement and let the rest of the body wave through, and your eyes will be the last thing that comes. Your new set of eyes on your sit bones are going to look up towards the ceiling and then wave through the spine and bring your real eyes forward as the last bit. And do that a couple more times. New eyes tuck underneath and let yourself wave through. Yep. And then unravel from the tail and let that segmentation come through. We can do that one more time. Good. So different than a normal cat-cow where you just kind of go everything in flexion, everything in extension. This one's segmented. I call it slinky cat-cow. Very good. And then once you're done with that, last one, go ahead and rock right and rock forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. All right. So from here, we're going to bring ourselves up to a stand. I'm going to suggest a way, but if you have a different way that you prefer and it's safer for you, go ahead. From here, we're going to lift our knees up off and put some weight through our hands. Walk your hands towards your feet. Now, please be aware that you may stumble backwards if that you know that in your body. But if you maintain more work in the forefoot of your foot, so do not let your weight drift backwards in your heels, you may be okay. All right, let's try it. Go ahead and roll yourself up nice and slow. Stay in the ball of your foot. Stay in the ball of your foot. Remember, falling forward is a little bit easier than falling backwards. Good. Bring yourself all the way up to stand. Now, before we end this class, I know we're getting to that point. Walk around the room. Notice how you feel. Come back to that movement that you chose at the beginning of class. Come back to that thing. Some of you were squatting. Some of you were runners lunging. Some of you were hand writing. Some of you were walking. That movement that you value, that you wanted to improve. And see how that feels in comparison to the beginning of class. What is the quality? Do you have more speed, ease, fluidity, weight distribution, less freezing, more freedom, quicker? How does it feel for you? Nice. Did it change at all? Did it get worse? That could have happened too. That could have happened too. Maybe you're tired. All right, so come on back to the screen and just give me because I know we're going to turn off the recording. Give me a thumbs up if your movement improved. This if it didn't do anything, or this if it got worse. Much better. As we would expect, I would hope. Yes? Yes? Oh, it went this way. Well, there you go. Then we know those interventions didn't work for you. All right. Awesome job, you guys. I'm going to turn off the recording and we are going to take